What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of My Ultimate Team. This is episode number 37, and we start today's episode off with Henry coming back to us. He's not giving up just yet, and he says, if I put up a player for sale and you send a trade offer, I will double it for you, which of course means the coins on the player. So, yeah, we've been away for a while, and I told Henry I'm sorry I was away. I've been busy with work. I'm a volunteer firefighter. And we'll wait and see what he says there. I said, tell me everything I need to know about how to give you my players and coins. So we'll wait and see. Henry's still eager to get this this trade going, this scam going. But I'm going to try and keep him eager as long as possible and see if we can just make for a more funny conversation. But anyway, guys, we take on this team in the Champions Shield today. We're playing tournaments at the moment. The reason being is because we've had a bit of a break from playing competitively on UT. We've been playing online single matches, and I don't have a problem with doing that, but it seems like a couple of you guys kind of feel it's a bit pointless, and I understand why. Like I do prefer online single matches, but it seems quite a few of you guys want me to start playing competitively again. So we're gonna go into the tournaments for the time being. We'll probably go into the divisions in a few episodes time, but for now we're gonna go into the tournaments for the first time in the series. And we go to the Champions Shield, and we took the lead in this game in the 5th minute here. Felipe Santana scores after his header hit the post and he got to the rebound, so the ball hit the woodwork there twice, and then Santana scored from the rebound after his head hit the post. But in the 39th minute we had a free kick here, and I decided to give it to Ronaldinho. It was on the corner of the area, so I thought I'd give it to Ronaldinho and try something different. Went for the Rabona free kick here, tried to do some nice skill. Went for the Rabona free kick. He Rabonnas it nicely into the path of Bernardi, takes a couple of touches, then lets fly from range, but sadly Weidenfeller makes a really good save. So still 1-0, but I was on top of the guy, to be honest. He wasn't playing very well, and in the 54th minute here you see Bernard just about get past Dante here. Eventually he roulettes himself inside. His finesse shot is blocked and it hits the post. Hits the bar. So again, we failed to get the ball in the back of the net. It hit the woodwork 3 times in this game. We just could not score that second goal. And as you can see here in the 58th minute, sadly, Fernando Torres runs through for this guy, and his finesse shot is the post and goes into the back of the net. So there's your luck for the guy. Every time I hit the woodwork, the ball wouldn't go in my favour, but for him, he hits the post and it goes into the back of the net. So 1-1 here. The guy's back on level terms. His side wasn't that bad, but he did have a random Chilean winger playing in CDM, and also Torres up front with no strong links, or weak links even. So his side was okay, but his chemistry wasn't that great. But in the 59th minute here, Carlos Eduardo's onto the ball, gives it to Bernard. Bernard finds Jadson. Jadson fakes shots around his man, plays it through to Bernard. Bernard spots the run of Carlos Eduardo. He goes through 1-on-1. Good chance here. The shot is blocked, but it finds Alex, and Alex puts the ball into the back of the net. So we weren't on level terms for long. We were back in front in this game, and I was desperate not to lose or even take the game into extra time, really, because I was miles better than the guy, to be honest. No disrespect, and I felt as though I deserved to get the win. And in the 66th minute, a great chance to wrap the game off. Jadson runs clear of the defenders. He's all alone. Nice little fake Rabona here. Then step over into a McGeady spin. Then he shoots, but puts the ball wide. So that really should have wrapped the game off there. I was playing well, but my finishing was relatively poor in this game. But straight from his goal kick, he ends up giving the ball away to Lucas Leiva here. He gives the ball away again, but he wins it back nicely from our Brazilian holding midfielder. The ball comes to Ricard Leeson, plays an amazing through ball over the top towards the run of Bernard, and Bernard's got the pace to beat the on-rushing goalkeeper, chip it over him, and make it 3-1. So we missed a really good chance with Jadson a few minutes ago, but here we make it 3-1 and surely seal the game. But the guy did not want to give up. In the 79th minute, he came through again. Aubameyang found the goal scorer Torres, chipped the ball over the top, and oh goodness gracious me, so frustrating this goal, because not only is it a cutback, but before that Felipe Santana goes for a header, and it was one of those annoying headers when the AI kind of steps in for you and mucks it all up. So that was frustrating, but it was 3-2 here. The guy's back in the game, but in injury time had a great chance to seal it. Jadson goes through 1-on-1. He's down the left hand side. He's got a really tight angle, some nice skill, tried to curl it into the top corner from a really tight angle, but unfortunately went over the bar. But it didn't matter, because that was the last chance of the game, the last kick of the game in fact, and the game did finish 3-2. So we go through to the quarter-finals of the cup competition here, the Champions Shield, and that is superb news for us, because as I said, I don't play tournaments. This is the first time in the series, and I was desperate to make sure we wouldn't go out in the first round, but it was a 3-2 win, and as you can see by the stats, I probably should have scored a few more goals, but I didn't. But it didn't matter, because we're through to the quarter-finals, and we decided to stick faith with the skilled team as well. I feel a lot more confident playing with them now I've got in for Mario Fernandez and Lucas Leiva. Before that I was really fearful with them. I thought I'd lose most games, but now I'm a bit more confident because they're a bit more defensively set up. But it came against a 4-3-3 BPL side here with a front three of Podolski, Lamela and Soldado. And the first chance came in the 18th minute here when Daniel Agger was intercepted by Bernard. Our striker ran clear here. There's no one going to catch him. He goes through 1-on-1, rounds the goalkeeper and gets taken out by David De Gea. It's a definite penalty. Certainly not a dive there. And De Gea also got a book in as well. So we had a good chance just 19 minutes in to take the lead here. That's the best thing about Bernard. Whenever he runs clear, no defender's going to catch up with him, and he's always got a good chance of getting taken out by the goalkeeper when he goes 1-on-1. So Bernard wins us a penalty here. My penalty record is, of course, not that great. I usually buckle under the pressure on penalties, but Ronaldinho stepped up here, and I did feel relatively confident after coming on the back of a nice 3-2 win against my last opponent, and Ronaldinho did indeed send David De Gea the wrong way. So we do take the lead, 19 minutes on the clock, and that is fantastic news for us as we look to try and advance into the semi-finals. But in the 22nd minute here, Rogério Senior, our goalkeeper, plays the ball out wide towards the run of Alex. Alex gets Evra to come towards him before playing the ball through to Carlos Eduardo. It is a lovely piece of skill to flick the ball over Skirtle's head. Then he rolls it through to Bernard, chips De Gea, and it hits the post and goes across the line and doesn't go in. So how was your luck? That was just frustrating as hell, man. I thought the ball was definitely going to go in, but it didn't. And it was still 1-0. And in the 41st minute here, we're through again. It's Alex down the right-hand side. He placed the ball through to towards the run of Carlos Eduardo. Gets past Mikel Arteta, crosses the ball in, and Bernard has a free header. De Gea is rooted to the spot, and that makes it 2-0. So we have a 2-goal cushion here, and that's good for us because my defence is always quite weak. I usually feel like I'm going to concede 1 or 2 goals. So I was very glad to have a 2-goal cushion. And in the 54th minute, we did indeed concede a goal here. Podolski got played through over the top and smashed the ball in at the near post. No chance for Rogério Senior, so the German puts this guy back in the game here, 2-1. As I said, I rarely ever keep clean sheets. I didn't fancy my chances, so yeah, sadly the guy was back in the game here at 2-1, but in the 77th minute here, Dante heads the ball away. It comes to Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho ends up playing the ball through to Carlos Eduardo. Great chance to seal the game in the 78th minute. Carlos Eduardo runs through and rifles the ball into the back of the net. I had time to use some skill moves, but to be honest, I wasn't finishing my chances very well. The guy was getting back into the game. I just wanted to win the game and advance through to the next round. So we are through to the semi-finals of the Champions Shield on our first attempt, and that is great news for us. And that team was actually quite good, so I was very, very glad I was able to get the win in that game. And again, it was quite a balanced game, to be honest, pretty even. I felt as though I deserved the win, but still quite a balanced game. We are into the semi-finals of the Champions Shield. That is great. We also decided to use our BPL side in this one as well because our skill team was beginning to tire a little bit on fitness, and I felt as though it would be good to change up and start to use a better team as we progress to the latter rounds of the competition. And we came against this team here, and well, I knew it was going to be bad for us because he had a 4-3-3, 80 rated 100 chemistry team, and it was Manuel Neuer in goal, Alaba, Dante, Team of the Year Thiago Silva, Team of the Year Dani Alves, Team of the Year Ribery, Ibrahimovic, Lucas, and Schweinsteiger, Menez, and Inform Matuidi. So 3 Team of the Year players in the same team, and I was really fearful. I knew I'd probably get battered in this game, and it was him who had the first chance of the game. Ibrahimovic striking from a mile out from a free kick, just went wide of the post, 7 minutes on the clock, but we did have a couple of chances in the game as well. In the 15th minute here, we went down the left-hand side of Asaidi. He shoots a good save by Neuer, and Remy hits his header into the side netting. So we did have a good chance in the 16th minute to take the lead there. Probably should have done as well. And in the 32nd minute, another great chance. Remy with another header, but this time Neuer tips the ball over the bar. So we were actually playing quite well in the first half. We were probably the better team as well. And we had a good chance to make it 1-0 here again. In injury time, Remy runs clear of Dante. He goes through 1-0 with Neuer, but I put the ball into the side net. And what a bad miss that was, and that really should have made it 1-0. I had so many chances in the first half, but I knew the guy was going to take advantage, and in the 89th minute, Lucas runs clear, plays the ball through to Ribery, Czech comes out, makes a good save, but it falls straight to Schweinsteiger, and as the clock was just about to hit 90, Schweinsteiger puts the ball into the empty net. So how's your luck, man? Seriously, that is just so unfortunate against a really, really strong side, an amazing side, really. We were so close to taking the game to extra time, and it's my fault. Like I should have won the game. I had quite a few chances in the first half. I didn't take them, and unfortunately we do lose, and it just had to be in the 89th minute to a very sort of very clumsy goal really to concede. The defence wasn't really strong. But yeah, I was actually quite proud of myself in that game. I kind of held my own a little bit. I thought I was going to get battered like 5 or 6-0, but you know, I held my own in that game. I was very unlucky. Probably should have scored 1 or 2 chances, and we did lose. We expected to lose, but even so, I was pretty proud of myself really, because I just looked at that team, saw the free team of the year, the Blue Cards, and I was like, well, I am screwed. But no, I actually did quite well. But anyway, straight after the game, we picked up 4 contracts as well. Gave one to Petr Cech and also one to Jadson as well. I've still got that 99 game contract. I'm not sure who I'm going to give it to, but even so, it's there to be used. And the last game of the episode was against this 4-3-3 BPL side. Lloris, Gibbs, Vermaelen, David Luiz, Richards, Diaby, Cazorla, Wilshere, Nani, Podolski, and Hernandez up front, I should say. So a really, really strong side. And he had the first chance of the game. Nani played it through to Hernandez, and it was the first time strike by the Mexican that found the bottom corner, and that made it 1-0 to my opponent. So really frustrating goal to concede. It looked like we would probably be on course for back-to-back defeats here, and it was a good strike by Hernandez, but my defence was quite weak there. So the guy made it 1-0 14 minutes in, and that was a real shame as Hernandez celebrates. But in the 26th minute, a good chance to hit back. Ben Arfa gets onto the ball here. Scoop turns around his man, sees the run of Loic Remy, plays it through. Remy's through, 1-1 with Lloris, and he puts the ball past his French colleague into the back of the net to make it 1-1. So back on level terms here, and in the 29th minute here, Petr Cech starts our attack from the back as he plays the ball out wide to Gael Clichy. Clichy finds Asaidi down the left hand side here. Nice little McGeady spin to get himself into space. Then a lovely exchange of passing there, finds Remy. Remy plays it back to Asaidi down the left hand side. It's a lovely lob pass into the centre, and Loic Remy heads the ball into the back of the net. So that was a lovely goal. It really was. It was a nice little lob pass by Asaidi after some nice passing, and that made it 2-1. But in the 41st minute, the guy tries to come back here. Nani gets past Yunus Kabul with a nice fake shot and finesses the ball into the top corner. So really good finish by Nani. It's just a shame when people have to ruin it by doing these celebrations. But even so, the guy was back on level terms, and it was Nani who got the goal there. After he turned Yunus Kabul inside out and found a top corner. So 2-2 here. But in the 72nd minute here, we're onto the ball. Asaidi gives it to Oscar down the left-hand side. Oscar with a scoop turn. Then plays the ball to Sandro, the Brazilian. Sandro finds another Brazilian, Coutinho. Coutinho then plays the ball over the top to Oscar. So the Brazilians link up. Oscar's all alone, but his shot is brilliantly saved by Lloris. What a superb reaction stop that was. He tips the ball over the bar. So still 2-2, but from the corner, it's Ben Arfa who crosses the ball in towards the head of Loic Remy. Remy goes down. He also stays injured as well as Wilshere clears the ball. Sanya gets it to Asaidi. Asaidi strikes from range, but unfortunately his shot just goes over the bar. But from the goal kick as well, he passes the ball straight to Loic Remy, and he puts the ball into the empty net. So that is payback for that ridiculous celebration. I hate those just those awful celebrations. They really do anger me. So that was payback there. But we did win the game 3-2. We're through to the next round again. And hopefully this time we'll be able to go all the way and win it. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, please consider leaving a like. That's much appreciated. And it really does help my channel out. It only takes a second to click that like button. And I'll see you for the next episode of My Ultimate Team very soon.